Man.
Or my cursed energy will flow into you.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing, brother. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer! Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
Revenue GS.
Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
And welcome to Anime Tuesday's review. Today we have Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 3 and 4 review. Spoilers, for those who are out there who haven't seen it, and for those who have, bear with us as we go through these episodes for the next, 12 weeks or so. But before we get to that, you know already what I'm going to tell you what you've been told every day when you come here. Subscribe to the channel, slap a like, and then after you hear what we have to say, comment. And that's that. So, we get introduced to the third character, Nobara, the girl.
Hammer Girl.
The girl, the names are, it's going to take us some time to get used to these names because they seem to be very, very similar to each other, which, I don't know, I guess it's just something that we're not used to. But what's up?
Disclaimer, Geek Sensei's views are all his own.
No, those are our facts. If you go read the name, they're actually
listen, that's fine, but that's what you believe.
Bro,
it's just,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just
but that's what I was saying, something that we're not used to on these parts of the world.
Disclaimer, Geek Sensei's views are all his own.
It's been a while since I got a disclaimer, so it's okay. So, what you man saying for the next, what's happened in the past 2 episodes that we've watched?
Alright, from episode 3, I was quick to be in my mind Hammer Girl's my favourite character. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like she came in with the right energy. Maybe it's because we're watching Naruto also, and I'm like, raw, Sakura is so waste. It's just refreshing to see a character who's a female who's actually on job in it. You get me? So that was the one thing that jumped out to me in episode 3. But in episode 4, I feel like they do the reverse of that, and they kind of throw her into a situation where she needs to be saved by next man. What I thought was kind of dead, innit?
Well,
that's what happened in the episode.
I hear that, but they kind of explained her levels. What she's she's already been part of this world.
I hear what you're saying. I watched the
being
episodes.
From the village, there is levels of what she's capable of and what she's used to.
This is the thing, yeah. You know when you explain something to me that I watched, it doesn't change anything because they explain that the demons they're fighting here are on the next level. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I felt like she handled herself appropriately and didn't need to be saved in episode 3. In episode 4, she's not fighting the special grade demon. She's fighting these next demons, bruv, that I didn't believe were special grade and they didn't allude to being special grade.
Is that in episode 4?
In episode 4. She falls through the floor and then she's just fighting 4 regular things. And even if these things are 4 regular weaker things, I just felt like she should have done more. I just don't bruv, I just feel like it's dead, bruv, that she's just there getting saved.
I don't know because I feel like the demon she fought in episode 3, it was actually a weakling demon. That's why it took the hostage, and they kind of broke it down. Some demons they'll use this strategy because that and even that caught off guard. She's like, oh, this one can think.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? While this one, I just feel like was in a whole different level.
She didn't fight the special grade demon, bro.
On the 4th one.
On the 4th episode.
Yeah, she just got sucked into the
floor. And that's
Jujutsu or sign.
Yeah, she got sucked into the next dimension or whatever. Yeah. And she was fighting some other demons that were just, for me, regular demons.
Yeah, but she got outnumbered. The mask thing, she used all her nails and stuff.
Bro.
And then they showed her hammer was cracked. And then she's I'm guessing without her special hammer.
It's not the losing part.
Then it's
I see she's outnumbered. It's the getting saved part, bro. And that's just the thing that always happens, bro. You got to get, we just watched the episode of Naruto where you got to get saved, bruv. I would just rather, her get beat down. Do you know what I'm saying? And then man enter the fight as well. As opposed to, oh, here, honey. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I saw it. Do you get what I'm saying? And for the setup they gave her, where it's she's from the village, but bruv, she's on job, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I was just like, the next episode, follow suit. Do you know what I'm saying? I felt like they digressed. Yeah, for her. Get me.
I don't know, like, that whole scene for me is like, I feel like for me, like, even her introduction, I thought was pretty sick. Like, she does feel like a very strong female, especially compared to the guys that we got on the team, apart from, is it Gojo? Kojo, whatever his name is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I know it is, man.
The names are mad.
I'll learn them. And obviously, yeah, so she seems like a very strong female. So obviously she comes in, it's like, and I like the parallels that she's like breaking down outside the village. These cursed demons aren't that like a typical stuff when it comes to Tokyo, where
they build a population.
Yeah.
Population strengthens the demons.
Yeah, that's it. And I thought that was kind of sick. That's a sick kind of breakdown. And then, yeah, when it comes into like this special grade building that they come to, and obviously Kojo just disappears. Almost like he knows that he would just basically decimate this whole mission. Everyone gets separated. I feel like the other dude who's got the dark, spiky hair, the more and more I see these situations, I feel like he's not much of a fighter, but more of a tactician or something. So he gets his animals, and that's what helps him out with the situations. Obviously, she is a fighter, but then she's limited by her use of
cursed energy.
That's it, yeah. So obviously then we've got the main dude who, again, has to rely on the demon inside him. But then now they've left on the cliffhanger. Yeah,
but I mean, that didn't happen. I mean, in this episode, he tapped into cursed energy before he went into the demon mode. That's what the punch was. Do you know what I'm saying? So I felt like that was sick, the evolution of him. Because obviously in episode 3, he gets the knife that uses cursed energy, and he uses that. And then in episode 4, he taps into, like, they basically broke down. They was like, he was like, I don't really know how to use cursed energy. And it was a thing because the special grade demon was using cursed energy against him. And obviously, maybe because he's got the demon or because he's a special individual, he could hold the licks. Do you know what I'm saying? But I love that when he started thinking about everything, family, how he wants to die, the regrets, he used the lesson that he got in episode 1 and 2, and that translated into him unlocking cursed energy for himself and unlocking a new ability. So I thought the evolution of the character in that way, I thought that was tough for him as well.
It's definitely interesting how they're using life experiences and everything to motivate him to do other stuff, innit? Like even like in his thinking, when he punches the wall and she's like, yo, like, you just punch through the wall, and he's like, well, yeah, it's like the wall's not even solidified. Like, it's like, well, most normal people can't. And it's like, really? Like, so in his mind, like, everything he does is normal, but it's almost like he's not aware that he's not normal.
Yeah, that's his past.
Like, he's like, even the first episode when they're breaking down of him
speeding up,
like when he goes toe to toe with the sports teacher in school, and he seems to be like a legendary person, and he's been trying to get him to jump on the sports side to represent the school. Why he's like, this thing is dead, man. I'd rather be in this cult group where there's only 3 of us. Like, it's just interesting to see where his mind is in it. But listen, they're taking this whole anime to a different level, innit? And I love that there is no, and maybe like you said, we're watching Naruto like back to back with this. Bruv, there's no time wasting. Like, as soon as we come in, boom, we're on to the next thing, innit? Like, and there's even like stuff that's happened. We're already in a different city dealing with different demons, innit? And I just love that. Look, bruv, there's no lay thing. We're on job.
I think that's just the evolution of where manga translation to anime is, because I'm pretty sure back then
it was I
don't think it was churned out so often. So when there was like a big anime, when it made sales, I guess they try and make it last as much as possible.
Right.
Whereas here, it's like, I'm not saying there's much competition, but when there's like a super popular one, they'd want it to translate quickly.
Right, and obviously, like, there's so many anime, especially on the Western side, fam, like, we can't be here wasting time, I guess. While there is another bad boy anime, and we over here competing, which that makes sense what you're saying, innit? But I just love, like, all these demons that's coming through, how they've been taken out, their power sets as well. Like, it's mad what they're transpiring to be.
That's what I find kind of mad, yeah, because obviously, if they set the power sets where it starts from like 5 all the way down to special grade, and then they're saying the demon inside the main protagonist is above special grade, and so is Gojo, then that means there's something past them lot as well. Then
yeah.
So I guess this is what they deal on a daily basis.
This is just the school level. I took it as like, this is just what we're teaching in school. Boom, 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 boom. Obviously, your head levels, like you said it himself, like man cut because he's like, I could do this.
Yeah.
But what they said is, jiu-jitsu people are rare. So, and you're usually gonna have to deal with stuff above your grade. So, if my man's in a different country, he's obviously dealing with some world-ending stuff. He said he was going on holiday, but I won't be surprised if he comes back and says, "Oh yeah, I saved the universe." But do you know what I'm saying? Like that's just the world they're set up. I felt like these kind of missions, special grade and below, yeah, these are for the youngers, bro. They're sending first classes, bro.
Okay.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what you say, they've got a whole school and they sent the first graders to do this, bruv. To me, that says this is minor for these men.
And it seems like there's any way that there is another student coming through by the end of episode 4. One thing that's interesting that we spoke about in the first review that we did is like they touch on characters like pop culture characters, and with this girl, like you mentioned on the watch along, that it was like, oh, they're coming through with the old boy energy where she's got the hammer. Again, it's like it seems like they're tapping into characters that are beloved in whether it's the cinematic world or anime in it, which I think is super dope. And like just the execution of her with the hammer, like it's a madness. And she can manipulate the nails as well, like after being hit.
Cursed energy with the nails. Yeah.
That's
the whole voodoo thing.
Bro, it's so
That's
tough.
legit,
It's so
yo.
tough what they're doing with this anime, bro. It's crazy.
See, man, that takes me to episode 4 again, bro. She should have done more in that beef, bro. She got the voodoo things, bro. I've even forgot about the voodoo things till man brought it up, but that wasn't even mentioned in the next thing when she was fighting them other demons. I just felt like she could have done more, bro. Like, just for me, maybe the entrance of her coming in with the nails and a voodoo thing just set her, like, was like, oh, yeah, she's on job. Like, that put a platform for me. So then the next episode where it's like, she's kind of like struggling, like she just gets sucked into the ground. Like she seemed kind of helpless to me, and I thought like that was dead, bro. From what we've seen from her, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean,
be helpless, but I want her to get finished, bro. She seems like that type that can hold licks, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I definitely want to see the episode where they struggle with the demon, because so far the struggles are very minimal. Do you know what I mean? Like even the first 2 episodes with my man encounters the demon for the first time, he barely got touched.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So
no fear, no nothing.
and I know now you've got a demon inside you, and you've just got another piece of a demon there, another finger. But bro, we need to get to a point where it's like, yo, the whole team is getting touched, and yet you have to tap into a next level where it just takes you as a character, as a demon slayer, whatever they call themselves, to like, yo, we've passed this level now. We're here in it. So, I just want to see where they're taking it. One thing they've said was quite interesting as well, how their teacher likes to do things because like basically he ordered a custom uniform for him, and he's like, well, I didn't ask for this. And it's like, well, he tends to do these kind of things. What does that mean? Like, are you some type of like control-ish?
Yeah, he talks on your behalf, basically.
Yeah.
Like, he'll do anything on your behalf.
I thought that was cool, bro. I liked it. I was first wondering why he had the red hoodie, but then I was like, maybe it's just because he's a first year or whatever, or maybe like because he's special, he made it to him. But I liked the distinction, bro. Get me?
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that the teacher asked for it, but at the same time, I guess if the kid doesn't know he can get a custom, he's not gonna ask for a custom. But like, if you're the teacher, you're
but
like,
then again, the teacher could have asked you, yo, like,
yeah, but this guy, that teacher's not asking. That teacher's not asking. Not that
like,
guy.
living in his own little world.
Yeah, bro. It's like, bro, give him a red hoodie and some things to go with his trainers. It'll be alright. Get me?
I guess at least he knows a bit about fashion, innit? Because he was well coordinated.
Bro, that's what I was saying,
the red
bro.
and the blue, innit?
Bro, get me? He covers his eyes, but he ain't blind.
But yeah, man. Look, I'm just looking forward for the next 2 episodes where they've insinuated there's a new character coming through, which I presume is a student. We've seen a couple of students on the intro. We just need to see more now characters coming through with different abilities and how they're going to spice up the next levels.
And our protagonist, for some reason, now can't call back.
Well, we think that, but I feel like he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think that's
he's
just.
gonna be fine.
But it's good that he struggled. Well, there is a struggle for him to come back.
There's got to be a struggle at least some point because he's OP and everything else.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that he was like, yo, you man gotta get out of the building. so I can tap into this guy.
Mm.
That might be his main challenge since he's so OP. Like the internal beef with this guy, and like we've mentioned before, are they gonna now at some point get that relationship between the demon inside him and himself in it? Because like culturally in their school it's like, yo, we just murk these guys. The only difference is you are able to hold these powers, so we're gonna use you to collect all the body parts, and then we're gonna murk you, which is he has accepted. But we all know once you love one guy, like it's not gonna be that case in it. So guys, appreciate you coming through as usual. As always, jump in the comment section below, let us know wagwan. And again, if you want to be part of our journey into anime world, there is more anime coming this week, so you definitely want to plug into anime full reactions. What are you waiting for? Other than that, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what the next anime we're watching. You just kind of have to come here again, and if you haven't subscribed, to get your notification. Now is perfect opportunity because new anime full reaction coming the following day. Other than that, I'm Raven the GS.
I'm sorry, Mr. Blister.
Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
Peace.